There are several ways to get Canadian permanent residency, and the Atlantic Immigration Program is one of them. If this is your first time watching here, click the subscribe button to get more videos like this. What is the Atlantic Immigration Program? The Atlantic Immigration Program, previously known as the Atlantic Immigration Pilot, is a pathway to permanent residence for skilled foreign workers and international graduates from a Canadian institution who want to work and live in one of Canada's 4 Atlantic provinces, which are New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, or Newfoundland and Labrador. This program was designed to aid employers in hiring qualified candidates for jobs they haven't been able to fill locally. To migrate to Atlantic Canada through this program, you must be a recent graduate of a recognized post-secondary institution in Atlantic Canada or a skilled worker. What are the requirements for the Atlantic Immigration Program? There are requirements for both employers and employees. However, this video will focus on the employee requirements. Employees who want to take part in this program must possess the following: results of a language test showing they can communicate in English or French, an educational credential assessment report which shows how their education compares to a Canadian credential if the candidate studied outside of Canada, proof of work experience, except for candidates who are international students who have graduated from a recognized post-secondary institution in Atlantic Canada, proof of funds, and they must meet the employment requirements listed in the National Occupational Classification. How can I apply for the Atlantic Immigration Program? You can apply by visiting the provincial websites of each Atlantic region. We have provided links to each of them in the description below. Once you see a job that meets your specifications, prepare your documents and start getting ready to apply for permanent residency right away. Below is a checklist that can be used in assessing your preparedness to apply for permanent residency. Language test. A language test is used to evaluate the individual's proficiency in English or French. Writing the test and submitting the result alongside your application is mandatory. The accepted tests for the English language are CELPIP, Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program, and IELTS, International English Language Testing System, while TCF and TEF are the accepted tests for French. Educational Credential Assessment. This assessment is used to assess foreign degrees, diplomas, and other credentials with the Canadian one. The report will show that your completed foreign credential, either a degree, diploma, or certificate, equals a completed Canadian secondary school, high school, or post-secondary credential. Proof of funds. Proof of funds shows that you have sufficient money to take care of yourself and your family while in Canada. The amount of money needed depends on the size of your family. Settlement plan. A settlement plan is one of the core requirements that must be provided during the application phase. They are designated approved service providers for those living within or outside Canada at the time of applying. Certificate of endorsement. The employer will handle this, and once the province approves the offer, a certificate will be mailed to you. If you meet the requirements to apply for permanent residence, you will be eligible to apply for a temporary work visa while your processing is ongoing. Securing a temporary work permit does not imply your permanent residence permit is approved. While applying for the work permit, take note of the following. It is valid for only 2 years. It only allows you to work for the employer who offered you the job. It is eligible for the Atlantic Immigration Program. Once your application is received, you will be contacted to provide your fingerprints and photo. If your application is approved, you will receive a permanent residence visa and confirmation of permanent residence. How long is the processing time and fee? The processing time is 6 months, while the fee is $1,365. The application fee was increased in April 2022. Summary: the Atlantic Immigration Program application can be broadly classified into the endorsement and application phases. During the endorsement phase, the following activities will take place. A designated AIP employer offers you a job. You will be connected with settlement services to get a settlement plan. A settlement plan that suits you will be selected. You will receive a provincial endorsement certificate. You may receive a work permit support letter if a work permit is required. During the immigration application phase, the following activities will take place. Submission of your permanent residence application, endorsement certificate, and other documents to IRCC. Review of your application by IRCC. Application for a work permit while your permanent residence application is being processed, if required. Traveling to Atlantic Canada to live and work once your application is approved. Getting support from your employer and a settlement service provider as needed. Like, share, and subscribe if you found this video helpful.